If God saved Donald Trump, why not Charlie Kirk? This might seem like an indelicate question, but it is exactly what Eric Trump insinuated when interviewed by Benny Johnson. After Donald Trump made a disgusting joke during a ceremony for Charlie Kirk at the White House, Eric Trump went to talk to Benny Johnson and made it even worse. You know that phrase, God works in mysterious ways? That is a phrase that I see as a cop out. Now, I'm going to explain. When Trump was presenting Charlie Kirk with the posthumous Presidential Medal of Freedom, Donald Trump sort of joked that they tried to kill him too, but he turned his head and survived. This is, of course, in very poor taste, but I don't want to dwell on it here because Eric Trump, not known as the smart one, went on Benny Johnson's show and said he believes essentially that God saved Donald Trump from the shooter in Butler, Pennsylvania. Check it out. The God wants Trump in heaven and has saved Trump from the shooter. Listen to this.
And believe me, if he wasn't heaven bound, he wouldn't have been alive after Butler. If he wasn't heaven bound, that flag wouldn't have folded up like a perfect angel right above his head. If he wasn't heaven bound, if he wasn't meant for this purpose, he wouldn't have beaten Hillary. We wouldn't have beaten Hillary. We wouldn't have got through the landmine of what Under Siege was, where they tried to destroy us in every way, shape, or form. They tried to suck the breath out of us. They tried to suck the money out of us. They tried to suck the voice out of us. They did everything humanly possible to destroy us. And yet here we are, and we have this amazing peace, deal on Charlie Kirk's birthday.
So listen, all of this stuff about God wants Trump for heaven, God saved Trump from the shooter, all of it, this all raises a very obvious question, if you believe in this kind of thing. If God could save anyone and chose to save Trump from that bullet, why didn't he save Charlie Kirk? Now, implicitly, to logical and critical thinkers, it would suggest, well, God thought Trump was worth saving, but not Charlie Kirk. That's a really ugly and difficult thing to come to believe and to think. If God is all powerful and all knowing and gets involved in moving bullets around and determines the trajectory and path of any bullet, he chose to save Trump, but not Charlie Kirk. Now, if you present that to people like Eric Trump, who are religious or pretend to be, I still don't buy that the Trump family is religious. They were never religious. All of a sudden, religion was something they took on as part of their political persona because they were trying to win as Republicans. But put that aside. If you ask Eric or another believer about it, they will often go, no, 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 you can't say that, David. God works in mysterious ways. God may be using Trump one way and is using Charlie Kirk a different way. God has a plan. The plan includes Trump alive, but Charlie Kirk dead. Oh, okay. But what about like the fact that the killing of Charlie Kirk has devastated his loved ones, his wife, his children? God has a plan. You can't question it. It's mysterious. Got it. Okay. And if God's plan was to save Trump, why not just make the gun jam up rather than leaving it to chance of Trump turning his head? Or why not prevent the shooter from even being born? Or why not, with Trump, God allowed the bullet to miss Trump, but to kill a completely innocent guy, Corey Comparatore, who is standing behind Donald Trump. Why? God works in mysterious ways. You can't question it. You can't ask about it. Now, I'm going to be honest. To me, this is all nonsense. But there are religious people who have a much more sensible take on this. And I've heard it. Not all of the religious people do the no, God allowed everything up to the lead up of Trump being shot, but then prevented the bullet from killing him, but allowed Charlie Kirk to be killed. God works in mysterious ways. No, there are religious people who are quite sensible on this. And they go, listen, David, I believe in God. I believe in a higher power. But God simply is not involved in the minutia like this, not in the day to day. It's just God is not involved in it. And that's why you can't apply that agency in this way. That at least solves for this problem. But I would love to hear from some of the folks who insist, no, no, no. God is involved in the minutia. God did prevent the bullet from killing Trump, but allowed it to kill a random innocent guy behind him. And of course, by definition, God allowed Charlie Kirk to be killed as well. Here's my explanation for why. I want to hear from some of those folks. Genuinely, I do. We're going to take a quick break and be right back.